Hi, welcome to Indie Sew Studio. Today I'll be stitching an outfit inspired from the Pinterest. This kurti has 3 panels. Panel 1 comes on mid chest, panel 2 comes as a full length, and panel 3 is the gathered mid waist. And I'll be using piping for a contrast of colors. And this is the picture where I took the inspiration from. This is a smaller version of the kurti measurement. Even though this pattern is small, I'll be speaking in inches only. Here I'll be taking half of shoulder width and another marking will be on the waist where I'll be taking the bust point. For me it is 7, so half of 7 is 3.5 inches. I'll connect those 2 points. There is no necessary that it has to be bust width. The line can come as straight as well, or you can take half inch extra. Now coming to the bottom of the kurti, I'll mark 7 inches. That is the bust width. I'll connect those 2 points from waist to the bottom. Since I have decided on an A-line pattern, I'll extend the bottom line and I'll mark around 5 or 6 inches or 7 inches is enough. Now I'll connect waist to that point. Here I'm just showing you where the gatherings come. The yoke will be as panel 1 and the 2 sides will be as panel 2. The mid-waist gathering will be as panel 3. Panel 1 and panel 3 will be on the fold on the fabric. Now I'll cut the paper pattern. This doesn't have any seam allowance and this is the same way I'll be doing for a bigger version. This pattern only comes in the front, the back is plain as A-line. An important point to note is that when you're using your paper pattern, use only the front portion of it. I've completed the paper cutting. You can give more flair to this kurti by bringing down a straight line from the waist from panel 2. I'll be making the panel 3 as a box. I am taking twice of its size for minimum gather and I'll be joining that point to the bottom of the kurti. Now I'll cut that piece as well. And previously I said that panel 2 can have flare. This is one of the method that you can follow. You can attach a paper and then draw a straight line. It'll give minimum flare, but if you want maximum flare, you can just go with the line itself. That is from the shoulder to the waist. You can see a slanted line that you can just connect it to the bottom. You will get a slanted line throughout. I'll be giving a slight shape towards the bottom. From the waist to the bottom, I am getting 28 inches. I'll be taking 28 inches on the sides as well. By doing this method, you will get a curved shape and you can just cut along the line. And that is all for the paper cutting. Now let's see the fabric that I have taken. I bought this fabric online. It is a pure cotton with gold booties on the top and gold lines for the bottom. For the piping, I'll be using the leftover Madras checks fabric. Using the same method that I've shown you, I've cut the fabrics but as a bigger version, and this is how the gatherings will look. I'll start from the neck. I have given canvas on both front and the back. This is nothing new, it's just the same old method. I'll give the notches. And a top stitch for easier turning of the canvas. I forgot to mention, for the yoke part I have used the bottom material. This is to break the booty pattern. Doing a little happy dance for a neat finish. And don't forget to press. I'm placing fusing tape on few places just to make it secure. I'll start with the mid-waist gathering. I have increased the stitch length as 5 and left a long thread behind, and on the end also I'll be leaving a long thread. So when I pull the thread, I'll be getting small gathers. So my required width is 7 inches. After gathering it for 7 inches, I'll be giving a top stitch to secure the gatherings. Here I almost started to stitch these two panels, but then I remembered that I stitched piping for it. So this is how it will look when I stitch. First I'll stitch the piping on the right side. The piping should face towards the bottom. I'll take the yoke part. I've already folded the seam allowance, so I'll just keep on the piping and I'll just stitch it. I'll secure it with a pin and I'll start stitching. I've joined the two panels and I'm just pressing it for a neat finish. Next will be the piping on both the sides. I will be using the same technique what I've just used. First the piping and then after that another fabric on top. I'll be doing it on the other side as well. Now I'll place panel 2 on top of it and I'll start stitching. Onto the other side as well. There was a slight difference at the bottom, so I had to trim that off. I had to cut the back portion of the fabric as well to match the front's height. I'll give the top stitch here. And that's it. Front part is completed. Coming on to the sleeves, I didn't have much fabric, so I used pant fabric for it, and I'll be keeping a piping for it as well. I'm centering the piping and I'll give the stitch. Here the piping should be facing on the left side as shown in the video. Now I'll take another fabric and mark the center by giving it a notch. Placing it on the piping and I'll stitch the same. Now I'll attach both of these parts, matching the center notches on both the fabrics. Here the wrong side of the sleeve and the right side of the patch should match. I will pin it in place and I'll start stitching. I'll give a quick press. Now on to the right side. On the bottom of the patch, I am folding 1/2 inch seam allowance. And I'm just placing it on the sleeve. I'll give pins here as well and I'll start stitching. By doing this method, you will get a neat finish and all the raw edges will be concealed in. And this is the final look. And there are pockets on both the sides. To match this kurti, I stitched a palazzo as well. If you like this outfit, comment down below. For more outfit ideas, styling inspiration and sewing content, subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching my video. Bye.